We are here for another ultrasound. Miracles are happening and God is so good.
I get to let the baby.
Tomorrow is the maternity photo shoot. Would you believe that this room was spotless last night after cleanup time? That's all good though, because that's a sign that they've had fun. We did a toy rotation for the first time in probably like 2 months, and clearly it's been a hit. Let's just get comfy here for a second. Last night was it was a rough one. Last week we moved William to the other room with his siblings, and the transition has been interesting. There are some nights that going to bed is rough, but then he sleeps through the night, and then there are some nights that going to bed is easy, but he has a rough time sleeping, which is what happened last night. Let's just say I did not wake up at 5 a.m. this morning. But it's okay. We're relying heavily on coffee and Jesus today. I am so thankful that we are doing this now though, because trying to do this transition on top of having a newborn and already not sleeping through the night would have been far more challenging. So my hope and prayer is that if we're doing this transition now, he should be settled and okay by the time the baby comes. That is the goal anyway. He is taking this transition a lot harder than I was hoping. And to be fair, I mean, this is a whole new territory for him. He's only ever slept in his own room or with Zach and I. He's never slept in another room, much less in a twin bed, you know, like he's not in his environment, he's not in his bed, he doesn't have a soother anymore, like the poor guy, he's going through so much right now. I feel like the transition is harder because he's older. I don't remember the transition being quite this challenging when Theo was younger, even though he wasn't sleeping through the night. And both of the older two have developed this incredible ability to just sleep through like anything, and I think that's hugely because they room share. The hope and prayer is that William gets to that point too, and then they can all just, you know, be fantastic sleepers together. Today is kind of a big day because today we are going to check on a baby once again. I think this might be the final ultrasound of this pregnancy. I'm not sure if they're going to do another one closer to the time when this baby is to be born. I guess that hugely depends on what the results of this ultrasound are, but we have a date. We have a C-section date. It is booked. I need to book a pre-op with my family doctor so that I can get all like the papers filled out and we can prepare and plan for that. Assuming the placenta does not move and assuming I do not have any bleeding episodes beforehand that would cause this baby to come early, we know when this baby is coming. Part of me is relieved to have that booked and to have that date because now I can kind of plan things out a little bit, but I actually don't like knowing when it's all gonna go down because I just get way too like nervous and in my head, and I would just so much rather go into labor on my own whenever the baby is ready to come. I like that element of surprise, but it is what it is, and it's coming so soon. This baby is gonna be a July baby. We're gonna have 2 July babies. I want to give you a pregnancy update because things have been changing like crazy in the last week or so. Like I have so much to tell you, but we're gonna save that for a little bit later because I gotta do this. is our suppers.
Why?
Wow. Can you close the door for me?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, what did we get? Look at that one. These burgers.
Yeah. And maybe we should keep this in my room so I can see it every day.
HelloFresh is sponsoring today's video, but we'll chat about that more at supper time.
Coin!
Alright, where should we start? Only the dark ones. The ones that look like they're
that
almost
wasn't
black.
super clean. Big. Did I mean taking one?
Did you just take them all?
Show me them.
Oh, he's sharing. That's nice.
Come, I found that one.
Nice.
There's so much of that. Hi, mate. No. I'm the. Ooh, this is a good one. That should be for a pie. So what's under the banana?
Our Saskatoon berry tree is just on the verge of being ready to start picking. So we are picking the few that are ready. There's not a lot yet. We gotta wait like a few more days. But it's such a beautiful day. We wanted to get out and just enjoy this a little bit.
Mama, there's some in the bubble.
Alright, let's take those inside.
Yeah, I want some of it. Could I have some more?
A little bedroom update. We are like 90% done. We are so close to completing that project. And I feel so much better about it. We just have one more project left, and that's the headboard. We're like sanding it down and fixing it up. That's a big project. It's gonna take a while, but when it's done, the room is done, then I can finish filming that and I can hopefully get that out for you and I can hopefully share with you. I'm so excited about it. It is turning out beautifully. So that's one massive thing off of the before baby to-do list. Another thing that I'm hoping to cross off today is to transfer some of William's stuff out of his room and into the other room because he's no longer sleeping in this room. It's kind of sad walking past this room in the morning and it's open and no one's in here because it just means that he's growing up. 2 years ago, we renovated this room for him. It's time to start turning this room from a toddler room back into a nursery again. I've shared this before, but this is their clothes organizing system. So there is 2 of the Trofast systems from IKEA stacked on top of each other. And then each child gets a column. Eloise's, Theo's, William's, and then in the top we do pajamas. The second one is shirts. The next one is socks and underwear, and then the last one is like pants and overalls. We don't even bother folding the clothes because honestly, when I do take the time to do this, so when they're searching and rummaging through their clothes to find their outfits for the day, they end up on the floor and then they end up just thrown back in anyway. So this just makes it easier for them to put away their own laundry because everything has a place that they can easily reach. It also makes it much easier for them to dress themselves in the morning because they know where everything is. But I'm also setting aside a few clothes because tomorrow is the maternity photo shoot. This is the dress I'm going to wear. Then Zach's just gonna wear like a tank top and jeans. We're keeping it really simple. Eloise is gonna wear a linen dress. Theo, I'm not sure if he's gonna wear these overalls or if we're gonna go with a classic khaki pant and white tank top. And then this is going to be William's outfit, and they're gonna wear their sandals and their newsboy caps, and it's gonna be really cute. We are here for another ultrasound. This might be the final ultrasound, but I have a strong feeling we're going to get the same news we got last time.
And we can have peace with that then.
Yes, I've been praying for peace, just that His will be done and that I can just be okay with that. It would be nice to be told that, hey, the placenta's moved and you can go into labor as your body, when your body's ready, but
you don't want to set yourself up for something that's not going to happen.
no, I don't want to give myself false hope. So I am just trying to go in with an open mind. Just got the first part of the ultrasound done. I mean, I don't know what I'm looking at, so I don't know for sure. She's just checking with the doctor to see if we should do an internal to get a better view, because the baby's head is right down low. So it was a little bit challenging to see what's going on, but
Might not be worth doing internal, because if they can get the answers they need.
yeah. I mean, again, I don't know what I'm looking at, but I don't think it's moved. But seeing the baby is always really special. Just to know what's going on inside of me, like to see that head went right down there and then the back is right here right now. The placenta moved. It moved. She came into the room and she said the placenta moved, and my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, she was.
She was eager to tell you.
She was so excited to tell me. She wasn't expecting that either. The what's it called? The abdominal. I always say abdominable, like the abdominal snowman. The abdominal ultrasound showed that the placenta was still really close, but they wanted to do a vaginal ultrasound just to make sure, because it's a lot more accurate. Baby's head was really low, so it's hard to see, and it's moved. It's moved 11 millimeters, which isn't enough to like fully say, okay, you're clear for a vaginal delivery, but it's enough to say there's a lot of hope here. And I have another ultrasound in 2 weeks to check again, but the fact that it's moved that much in the last few weeks.
And she said at this measurement you can deliver. We just have to have the conversation about the risks and if it's worth it, which it might not be worth the risks.
Yes, we can have a conversation about a vaginal delivery even at this point.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Which
That's a
is
huge step in the right, or the desired direction.
I was not at all expecting to hear that news today. I was fully prepared to just, have this baby by C-section, and now we might not have to. So we're going to keep the C-section date booked just in case, because who knows. But I'm going to continue seeing my family doctor. I'm going to get a checkup in 2 weeks to see how things are going. Celebratory cookie and coffee. 2 months ago, when we came in for the ultrasound, it was like May or something, and we were coming in for that follow-up after the anatomy scan, and I heard the Lord say, do you trust me? I really had to let go of my own expectations and just trust, blindly trust. And he performed a miracle. I can't believe it. So that is very exciting. Want to see a picture of the baby?
Yeah.
This is the picture of the baby. It's kind of hard to see today because baby is really low and it's kind of hard. He was kind of hiding a little bit, but do you see the nose? That little person is right in here. Baby went from being super tiny, and then you could see most of the baby's body, but then at the next ultrasound you could only see the head. Baby's about 4 pounds now.
Yay! Mom,
Yes.
I get to love the baby.
Aww. The baby loves you too. So it is supper time now. Actually, it's past supper time now. Usually I try and eat around like 5:30. It's already 5:15. I knew this week was going to be a lot like this because we had the ultrasound today. Tomorrow we have a photo shoot. Eloise's birthday is this weekend.
4 days.
It is coming up really, really fast. So that is why I got HelloFresh this week, because I knew this week would be a week I wouldn't be able to spend a lot of time cooking or grocery shopping or prepping or preparing, and I want to say a huge thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. I normally order from the family friendly line because we have picky eaters present in the home, but this week I actually ordered from the fast and fresh line because I needed meals that were going to be ready quick, meals that were going to be fast, easy to clean up. On their website, when you're scrolling through and selecting your meals, there are several different categories to choose from, and there are different meals that are categorized as like easy cleanup or one pot meals or quick and easy. They have over 40 different meal options to choose from each week. I love that I get to just go onto their website, scroll through the meals, select what I'm feeling, and everything gets delivered to my door. I don't have to lift a finger. I mean, unless you consider scrolling through their options for 3 minutes and selecting my meals as lifting a finger. Everything gets delivered right to my door in these packages, as you saw this morning, and it's just so easy. I save so much time not having to go to the grocery store or meal prep, and I get to spend more time doing the other things that I need to be doing, such as birthday party prep and tackling the baby to-do list and just spending time with my family in these last days before the baby comes. Now, before it gets too late, I'm gonna go ahead and whip up this meal, and we're going to enjoy an evening outside because it's beautiful today. All right, what's the verdict? Zach saying, yeah, good? Yeah, everyone's nodding, that's good. Here's my portion. I didn't get a lot of chips because the kids claimed most of them. I love doing salads like this where there's different toppings and the kids get to all choose what they want, and they love that. You can go to HelloFresh.com and use my code LetKeysLife50 to get 50% off plus free shipping. That's HelloFresh.com. Use my code LetKeysLife50 to get 50% off plus free shipping. So it is obviously the next day, and I don't feel like I gave you a proper update yesterday. My mind was very full and busy and happy and excited, and we were telling family, and you know, then I also have to be a parent and cook and be a mother, and I didn't have time to fully process everything. And the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing that this changes so much in a wonderful way, and I'm so excited. And so I feel like I owe you a bit of an update, a better update than what I gave you yesterday. So while I get ready for our photo shoot, I am going to fill you in. So as I said, we went for the ultrasound, and they did the abdominal ultrasound first, which they always do. If they can avoid doing a vaginal ultrasound, they will. The way that she was acting and what I was seeing. I was assuming that the placenta had not moved. I wasn't expecting to hear anything other than that. Like, I was fully prepared to give birth by C-section, and I still might. That's not out of the question yet. She was really digging that thing underneath my belly, like trying to get a good view because baby was right there. So she brought the results to the high-risk doctor. She requested an internal ultrasound. She did the ultrasound, and I was seeing measurements as she was like looking at it and measuring a bit, like 1 centimeter, 1.2 centimeters, and she was measuring it over and over again, and I didn't really know. I didn't want to get too hopeful. And then we waited for the doctor. She was so thrilled and excited. She was not at all expecting it either. Like, it's not that she hasn't seen it before. She's a high-risk doctor. She deals with this stuff all the time. She sees this all the time. She performs C-sections all the time. But it's obviously not very common, and she obviously was not expecting it to happen in my case because the placenta had been just stuck for so long, not moving at all. So she came in, she was all excited, and she was telling me the placenta moved and how amazing that was, and it was amazing. So we got to have a conversation about what happens now. Even as it sits right now, we can talk about a trial of labor. I don't know exactly what that means, if that means I'll be allowed to go into labor spontaneously, or if that means I need to be induced and very closely monitored at the hospital. But she said if the placenta is in between 11 millimeters to 20 millimeters, then we can talk about a very closely monitored trial of labor, with the expectation that if things go wrong, there's a high chance of having an emergency C-section. But if the placenta moves 2 centimeters away from the cervix, I'm cleared. Like, I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's kind of like the standard that they look for is 2 centimeters away from the cervix. Then it's no longer classified as a low-lying placenta, and I can just go into labor as normal. So obviously that is the hope and the prayer, but I'm not getting my hopes up too much yet. In these last few weeks, the uterus can grow quite a bit because the baby grows quite a bit, and then as the uterus grows, that placenta will hopefully come along with it, and hopefully it'll move even further away. There's a lot of different ways that this could play out, and so we're just kind of sitting and waiting for the next 2 weeks to see what happens. Right now there's no plan. We have to just like plan for every scenario and hope for the best. So we need to talk to our parents, and we need to discuss what's going to happen, who's going to have the kids. I am shocked. I am just praising God when it wasn't moving, but also praising God all the more so now. I'm just so relieved that the placenta is moving and that we have this hope again, and that like things are changing and miracles are happening, and God is so good. He has really taught me a lesson in complete and utter surrender in the last number of months. Like, I have had to just give up all of my own hopes and dreams for this birth and just lay it all at his feet. And I'm thankful for what he's brought me through, because it's really made me appreciate these last few months of pregnancy so much more, knowing the risks and knowing what could happen, and knowing that like any moment I could have bleeding episodes, and any moment the baby might have to come. Placenta previa is a very common complication, but anything can happen. And so it really made me appreciate this baby and the miracle of it all so much more. Not only that, but it forced me to really lean on the Lord and not on my own understanding, to rely on him and trust and to surrender. And there is something so beautiful that happens in that space of surrender. All praise and glory and honor be to him, because what happened yesterday was nothing short of a miracle. The odds of that placenta moving after months of just sitting stuck in that same place, they weren't in my favor, but he did it. And I can't believe it.
Mom, he cleaned up already.
Oh, good job, thank you. Anyway, I've just been on cloud 9 ever since hearing that news, just knowing that I have a real chance here of having the birth that I've been hoping and praying for. I was going to sit down and give you a pregnancy update like I had promised at the beginning of this video, but I think I'm actually going to save that for another video because I feel like there is just so much I have to talk about now, like an updated birth plan and all of that stuff. I'm gonna save all of that for a pregnancy update coming your way very, very soon. It'll probably be the next video that goes live. That is where we're at, which makes me feel a lot better about this maternity shoot today because we are traveling a short distance for this maternity shoot. Let me go get my dress. We are headed out to the old abandoned farmhouse that my mother-in-law grew up in. I've shared this place a number of times. This is actually where we got our photos taken last time. And fun fact, the day after we had our photo shoot there, I ended up going into the hospital that night and William was born the next day. I was gonna try and do maternity photos elsewhere, but then we didn't want to travel too far because I needed to be close to a hospital and I couldn't think of another location. And this place is just so sweet and special and sentimental to us that we're like, you know what, let's just go and do it there again. And it's gonna be so beautiful with the sunset and everything. Like, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna get myself ready. All right, here we are, the final look. This is the dress that I'm wearing. This is one of my new most favorite dresses ever. This was a splurge. This is from Christy Dawn. And it is perfect. Like, it is the perfect mom dress because there is a snap here, so it's breastfeeding friendly. This waist cinches in when you're not pregnant. I knew as soon as I tried it on that this was going to be the dress that I was going to wear tonight. I think I've got pretty much everything packed. We've got outfits in here, blankets in here, sheets in here. We also have some baby clothes, an ultrasound picture, our favorite one. I mean, just look at that sweet little face. Gonna meet this little person so soon. I'm just gonna finish getting the kids ready and we will be on our way.